Now, every autumn here in the UK, there's another migration that takes place, and it's a human migration, because literally hundreds of birdwatchers all flock together and head to the Isles of Scilly off the coast of Cornwall. You see, it's a rarities hotspot. Janet Sumner decided to pack her binoculars and join the twitchers.
In summer, people go to the Isles of Scilly to enjoy the beautiful sandy beaches and clear blue seas. In autumn, when the sun seekers leave, a second invasion follows. Hundreds of people from all over the UK flock here in the hope of seeing something they've never seen before. It's all terribly busy and exciting.
These are British bird lovers, twitchers, who've come to the Scillies in search of rarities. Each will have lists of all the birds they've seen. By coming here, they hope to add some exciting new species.
I'm here for my twitching initiation, and helping me out are Neil Glenn, hi Neil, and Ken Reeves.
Hello there.
From the Burbage Birders in Leicestershire, right? Neil, Ken, I'm trying to make sense of this. I mean, it's all about a big list, isn't it?
Yes, it is about a big list. It's about what we've got on our list and what we've collected over many, many hard-earned years. The one that I use is 487.
That's all birds that have been seen in the British Isles?
That's correct, yeah.
What are you up to, Neil?
A mere 429, I think.
429. And what's the maximum, what's the big number that everybody's going for?
I'm going for 500, and I've said that when I get to 500, I'll retire. So you believe that if you like.
Am I going to get to see something good?
There's every chance, every chance. You're in the right place at the right time with the right people with the right weather.
The Isles of Scilly offer a first landfall for many migrating birds. Some end up here by accident, having been blown hundreds, if not thousands of miles off course. And it's these world-weary travellers that draw in hundreds of eager birders.
Where are you? The bird's showing down here.
Excellent. I told the group we're on our way.
As soon as something's spotted, the grapevine kicks in.
Thanks for that. Over.
Walkie-talkies and pagers summon all the twitchers, this time to a cliff path on the island of St Mary's.
Not the closest pine, the second pine.
Got him? Yeah, got him. Back whereabouts?
Back on the tree. Still there.
It's funny because everybody's trying to explain where it is, and those who haven't had a view yet are getting quite frustrated.
There's a pale branch hanging down, and it's just to the right of that.
Where is it?
Well, I'm watching it.
That's the red-eyed vireo showing our lower broom platform.
Yeah, you can see him.
Oh, I can see him now.
Aye.
Yes.
There's a white spot
Yeah, I
to
can
the left of
see him now.
The red-eyed vireo is a common bird in the forests of North America. But this little chap has got seriously lost.
I had really, really good views then, and loads of people around me couldn't see it.
And you've just become a twitcher. Because you're now trying to grip your friends off, telling them that you actually saw the bird and they didn't, and you said you had really, really good views.
Does that really annoy people?
Yes.
I'm going to have to learn a few codes of practice here, aren't we? That's gripping people off. I've just lost my twitching virginity. That was my first ever spot as a twitcher. And even though it was only a small brown bird, it's come all the way from America, and that makes it a pretty big tick for me.
Bird number 2, I've been told, is just up the lane.
And this bird's been seen in this field.
And it's causing a stir because the twitchers aren't sure if it's the rare booted warbler or the almost identical but even rarer Sykes warbler.
You see where that bird's just flown in?
Yeah.
Go back. There. Just drop down onto the floor. It's just flitting about.
Oh, I can see it now.
You might need to move a little bit left.
I need to grow
There.
a little bit. Yeah, I saw it then.
Just flitted up. Very pale warbler.
I've got it now. Twitch number 2. So this one is another migrant?
Yes. This one is from Central Asia. Should be
Oh,
wintering
right.
in India. It might have been blown, of course, or it could have just... some birds just migrate completely the wrong way.
But which warbler is it, booted or Sykes? Well, that's for the experts, who later on will carefully analyse photographs and recordings of its call.
It's still there.
Oh, no, I'm
coming out
getting...
the way.
Oh, I think I am really lucky at this. I'm getting fantastic news again.
You just come straight up and see a red-eyed vireo from America.
Well, how long have we been here? We've only been here a couple of minutes.
And then this is possibly the third Sykes's warbler ever in Britain. And you just wander up and see it. I think you should take it up full time, really.
My next birding quest involves a boat journey. Dedicated twitchers will travel hundreds of miles to see a rarity. Luckily, this is just a short hop to the Isle of Tresco. We're hoping to see a robin, but not one you're likely to see in your back garden.
Well, we've got to Tresco and a bit of a trek in. I'm hoping that my luck's going to hold, because supposedly there's an American robin in here. We've just arrived and birders are really friendly, because we just got here and the guy showed me the photograph he took about half a minute ago. He says it's dropped down into the vegetation, but it's been coming out onto the grass, going up to feed in the tree, so it's just a case of waiting, I think.
And there it is, the American robin, with its rusty colouring just about visible. Some had spent days hoping to see this, but not yours truly.
How long have we been here before we saw that?
Another 2 minutes, perhaps. Is this getting a trifle boring, is it? Are you gripping now?
Wouldn't dream of it.
With my third rarity ticked off, it's back across the water to St Mary's, where a pipit is waiting.
We've just grabbed a cab and we're racing off to the other end of the island to hopefully get a sighting of another mega bird that's just arrived this morning.
The paler bird.
Oh, I've got it.
This is Blythe's pipit, from of all places, Mongolia. It should have gone south to India or Sri Lanka for the winter, but somehow it's 5,000 miles off course. Alone and with no chance of making it home.
So was that your first view of Blythe's pipit?
It was, yes, and I expected it to be really brown and, you know, what we call brown job. It's not very interesting, but it's a lovely bird. It's got streaks all the way on the top of his head, beautiful. And then it's got like a necklace round his front of little brown lines all running down. And underneath is just a beautiful buffy peachy colour, really nice. So I've really enjoyed watching.
That's a good tick for you, is it?
It is, yes, definitely.
And a great final tick for me, 4 seriously rare birds in just one short visit to the Isles of Scilly.
Ken, this twitching lark, right? It's not as difficult as it's set out to be, is it?
Be kidding. You've been so fortunate.
I think we turn up, we hop out of the taxi, and there's Blythe's pipit showing beautifully.
It might have shown beautiful for you, but it's taken me 21 years before I got that bird. I was birding for 21 years.
Take me a day and a half.
It took you an hour.
You can fly to the Scillies from a number of regional airports, or there's a ferry from Penzance in Cornwall. There are plenty of organised birding trips. If you want to join one, try the RSPB or pick up a birding magazine. There's more on our website, bbc.co.uk/Nature's Calendar.